Hi there. Well, today I'm going to show you how to build this really cool looking LED matrix, which is controlled by WLED. A big shout out goes to my British computer guy who designed the 3D printed enclosure and gave me the idea for this project. I have a link in the description below so you can download all the files. WLED allows you to have complete control over the matrix from within Home Assistant. So the items we need for this project are, first of all, your LED matrix with RGB addressable LEDs 16 by 16. We've got the ESP32, we've got a barrel jack connector and a barrel jack plug, we've got a switch, and we've got a 5-volt power adapter. So looking at the 3D printed components, we have the side and the front cover effectively. This is nice and solid the way it's been designed. Next, we need something to act as a diffuser. I just used a piece of a plastic filing sheet. So we put that in over there. Next up, we've got the actual matrix, which basically separates each of the units. And you need to piece the flat side down. The other side has got some sort of indents to allow the matrix to sit in there nicely. So that fits in there nicely like that. Next up, we put our 3D matrix, fits in nicely like that. Then you've got this piece, which effectively just keeps everything nicely in place and also allows you to mount the ESP32. And then we have our rear piece that comes on the back here with the holes for the switch and also for the barrel jack for the power. And that all fits together really nicely to make your casing. Having a close look at our ESP32, these are incredibly powerful little devices. So it's got the actual chip sitting behind this metal casing, which protects it. Then we have some other components here. We then have a button for boot. Now this sometimes needs to be pressed in during the boot process to get things to work. We also have a reset button on this side, which will allow you to reset the device. On this side, we have our USB-A cable connector. Now, if you buy some of the later models like the ESP32S3, this may have a USB-C connector, which is quite useful. I've just got a standard ESP32. On the back side, we've got these little pins that have been connected on here. I would recommend getting the version with the pins already soldered on, unless you're a real soldering expert. It's just a lot easier. Next up, you're going to install WLED on your device. So what you do is open up this page. The link is in the description below. Leave all of this as it is and just press the install button and this pop-up will appear. Now plug your USB cable into the ESP32 and the other end into your computer, and you'll see a little device pop up there. Now you know that this is the one that you want to connect to. Now press the connect button and it will start connecting to the device. Now what you want to do is install WLED. Yes, we do want to. It's going to erase everything. So just let that go. Now leave the page displayed. Don't go and close down this page or anything. Just leave it open and in focus like this. It's first of all going to erase all the data off that ESP32, and then it's going to start flashing the new firmware to the device. There we go, it started. Now sometimes you do need to press that boot button that I showed you. Not every time. This time, for example, I didn't press it at all. It says 2 minutes, which is approximately what it takes. There we go. Now it's all done. We can just press next. Now it will start scanning for Wi-Fi networks. Drop down to find your desired Wi-Fi network. Remember to always select the 2.4 gigahertz version and now put your password in. Now press connect. Now that it's connected, we can add this to Home Assistant. Yes, we want to set up WLED, submit. And there we go. We've now got our new WLED set up and we can select an area. Say I'll put this in the bedroom. This little wiring diagram on the WLED page is quite useful because it shows us exactly what we need to connect to on the ESP32. So there's only 3 pins that we're worried about. We're going to take voltage in here, and that's going to be 5 volts. We don't need this buck converter because we're bringing 5 volts in and we're supplying 5 volts to our LEDs. Secondly, you need the ground, the black wire over there, and then you need your data pin out. And that could be 25, 26, or most of these data pins can be chosen, and then you will select the pin number when you set up the WLED software. I don't worry about this. I just run this yellow wire directly to the green wire. I'll show you how. So looking at the connections on the back of the LED strip, we've got 3 red and black wires. Now you can use any of these to connect 5 volt power to the LED matrix, and then you can use any one of these green wires to be the one that is connected to the pin on the ESP32 for the data. So now I've got my switch and my barrel connector. So I've got my positive coming in from the barrel connector. The negative is going via the switch. So all I do now is I connect all my negatives together using my Weibo connectors. So 1, 2, and the negative from the ESP32. So now you can see we've got all the positives connected. So positive coming in from the supply, positive from the LED strip, and positive or VIN going to the ESP32. We've got all 3 negatives connected. So negative from the LED, negative from the supply, and negative or ground from the ESP32. And then all we've done, we've connected the ESP data control pin to the green cable over here. Now we can assemble the device and we can get everything set to go. Now there are 2 more things that you need to set up before you can go. The first thing is go along to your WLED within Home Assistant, press the visit button. This will open up the WLED configuration page. Select configuration, LED preferences. First thing we need to do is we need to change the number of LEDs to 255 and save. Then we need to go back. We need to select this, the 2D configuration, change this from 1D to 2D, and over here we select serpentine and 16 by 16 for our matrix, and we save that. So now you're all good to go. You can basically start selecting from all these different patterns, and they will create these amazing looking effects on your WLED matrix. Now, in order to be able to select these within Home Assistant as presets, you need to go back here and you need to actually select one of these and add it to the presets. You can select multiple and add them. Just keep adding them. The more presets they have you have over there, the more you can control within Home Assistant. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this awesome project as much as I have. If you have, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.